So this is Unpacking Claims. Love the analogy of looking at what it is that you're carrying in your backpack. So today's song of the day, I don't know if there's any mamas and papa fans out there. I'm a huge one, but California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas. Just listening to that song and singing it before I started today just put me in a good mood, made me smile. So on this concept of facing the perspective and the perception that things are hard and how we react, I wrote this before my thoughts. So when you're facing what you perceive, that's important to recognize, right? It's just a perception. When you're facing what you perceive as hard times, you unconsciously become a victim of it. That's what's interesting about hard times. Yeah, we got Kathy here, likes the Mamas and the Papas. What's interesting about hard times is the moment you perceive that you're having a hard time, you're unconsciously perceiving that things are happening to you, right? You become the victim of it, right? Even if those hard times are valid, that's when it becomes challenging. What's interesting about hard times, it's like, yeah, but these are really hard times. Either or, unconsciously becoming the victim of it. The perception is that times are happening to you when you say hard times. But then I thought, well, what about good times? Are good times happening to you as well? So my final thought on the whole perception of times is that, what happens is whether you think that you're having a good day or a bad day, or good times or hard times are happening, right? In the moment that you think they're happening to you, right? You forgot that they're happening for you, but then also you forgot that the polar opposite is still happening. You just you just haven't taken note of it. Good times and bad times are just like positive and negative poles. They're always happening. So that's why I've gotten in the practice, and you can use this when somebody comes up to you today and says, which is a dangerous question to ask a human being in this world today. Somebody comes up to you today and says, how are you? How are things? You might take that as an opportunity to complain. What I always say is it's all good. It's all good. And it's not easy. The struggle is real, right? And that's because success is so amazing. Of course, we have to work hard. So here are my dragon thoughts. I love the word antidote. So an antidote is something that we can use to reverse the ill effects of some sort of toxin or poison. That's what an antidote is, like get bit by a snake or something like that. So my thought is, what if the poison, the toxin, is inside of you as a result of the learned helplessness? Fascinating topic, learned helplessness that's been programmed into your mind by those mother, father, teacher, preacher, society, those that thought it was a good idea to program it into your mind. That's what parents do for kids. Parents fuck their kids up with good intentions sometimes. Interesting thought, right? So, or by the things that you've been consuming with regularity. Great reminder today to observe and identify the things that you're consuming with regularity. I'm not just talking about drinking and eating. I'm talking about social media, news, literature, reading. So that's the whole concept of the Rise Up Challenge and my morning routine is to control what you consume. When you control what you consume, you end up controlling what you assume. And remember what Wayne Dyer says, change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So if you want to make things change, you have to change the way you look at them. And you could do that by controlling what you consume. So today, my antidote, if you guys are looking for an antidote, is to reframe my mind and way of thinking. So today I seek the bright side and lesson in everything. Remember, it's all good in everything and everyone. And I recognize that they're all happening for me. So that's my gift to you. Unpacking claims, a short one here. Enjoy. So what is it that you have in your backpack? We're all carrying a backpack. You might not see it, but you're carrying one. Let's think about that for a second. Now, I'm not talking about pens and pencils and books, although you might have them in there. I'm referring to the concepts and claims that you're using to create an interface. You're using them as the basis to create your reality and interface with reality today. So we spoke a lot about indoctrination yesterday. That was the name of the Rise Up yesterday, indoctrination. And the idea of unconsciously interfacing with reality with the concepts and beliefs that have been programmed into your Intel processor. So the reason why I spoke passionately about indoctrination is I just wanted everybody, I don't want everybody to think that, you have to change your ways or your beliefs, but I just want you to know that your perception is greatly um, managed and created and facilitated and triggered by, that which you've been indoctrinated. So it's just a wake up call. So today I challenge you to question those claims and truths and ask yourself if you've opened yourself up to other claims, right? This is called unpacking claims. So you have to unpack your claims and create space for other claims. Not easy to do because you've been protecting those claims for a long time because of indoctrination, right? So, have you opened yourself up to other claims that may be closer to the facts? Oof, that's a tough one, right? Have you ever noticed that something that you're protecting, a concept or a belief, is further from the facts than something else? Interesting. You might want to take a look at that. Closer to the facts and possibly in better service to your goals and dreams. So there's another bag on your shoulders too. And this is the bag of bullshit, right? We all carry a big, stinky bag of bullshit. And inside your bag of bullshit, you carry around your handy dandy excuses that you pull out when things get tough in order to excuse yourself. That's why they're called excuses. Think about that. You know why we have excuses? Is because they help us excuse ourselves from what? From being responsible for our own success. Are you excusing yourself? Right? As soon as you say it's not the right time, I'm overwhelmed, or you use anything, right? I don't eat that, or it's too hard, I don't have the time. What you're doing is you're pulling out a piece of bullshit from your bag and you're using it to excuse yourself from responsibility, right? So it's kind of like a hall pass. Do you remember that? Do you remember getting a hall pass? Like that was the way of you saying, like, I can go, I can leave class right now because I have a hall pass. So today I'm challenging everyone and encouraging you to unpack the bullshit and the claims from your bag and leave them behind. Lighten your load. That's my gift to you today. Make sense? Well, I sure hope it does. Love and appreciate you all. As a reminder, we don't save these recordings on Instagram. We just run them live. So come on over to Rise Up with Dragons Facebook community, riseupwithdragon.com. Get on our newsletter because as the book starts to come out, it's going to be like a 1-month launch. There's going to be a lot of fun little beta tests and samples that we're going to be looking for feedback in. We're not in a rush to get this book out. Right? This is a very, very powerful thing that we've just created. There's online courses coming out. There's the Rise Up Challenge. So if you want to be involved in any of that stuff, get into the members area for free. Go to Rise Up with Dragon and make sure that you sign up for our newsletter. And I'll tell you what, do me a favor. Tell somebody about it. Tell somebody else about it. Share it. Because remember, we got 8 billion program minds to unleash. So love and appreciate you all. Have an amazing day. And today was a tough one to come to you today. So I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of you. And I wish you nothing but an amazing day. Bye-bye now. See you tomorrow.